I think we need to see more of that. The other day, some folks in Oshobo, it's their entitlement, they did some road work for Tinubu. It happened in Oshobo here. The number I saw was dismal, okay? Because I expect APC has a large following in this town, in this state. One would expect a road to be closed down, not by the police or road safety people, because the campaign is ongoing, but by the crowd itself. Okay. When you have 10,000, 100,000 folks walking the street, you don't need policemen to help you close the road.
The road is closed automatically.
But we did not have that. Showing to us that you do not have a mass movement of party members going along with these presidential candidates. Okay. It's a throwback to what I told you. Even hardcore party loyalists, if they will speak to you truthfully, not tongue in cheek, won't be telling you, oh, I'm sure it's an Atiku that's good for us, or it's a Tinubu, or it's an Obi, because this politics of issues, they are not speaking frontally to our challenges. And I think I can guess why.
Why?
The challenges are Herculean, okay. And knowing politicians for who they are, north, south, east, and west of the entire world, they will speak tongue in cheek when they know that challenge is not a piece of cake. Okay, so they will not be held accountable, held by the neck. Oh, but you said this, ABC. So they will be careful about it, skirting and dancing around the issue. We want somebody who will tell us, on education, this is what I intend to do. We have a government in power presently who for almost one academic year, ASU strike was ongoing. And you had a president who did not understand or who does not understand the concept of executive presidency in a presidential system of government. The concept is that the buck stops at your table. You are not permitted to say, oh, I told the Minister of Education, Minister of Labour, go and meet the Minister of Labour. Each time I read that, butterflies fly in my stomach. This man does not know who he is, the powers he wields as the president under an executive system of presidential executive system. You can't tell me go and meet Minister of Labour, or you tell House of Reps Speaker help me resolve. No, it stops at the table. You take responsibility. Okay, you are supposed to be the one they are supposed to be talking to, and then you can get feedback from your subordinates. How do we address this? But you are the face of the government. We did not have that. Okay, and we're talking about education. Okay, here is a president who is not telling us every day, what the position of power is in Nigeria. Okay, what they are doing hands-on power. One day we hear Siemens will come. The other day we unbundled. The other day we take discos away. We give it to some other people. The other day banks taking over disco. It's a mess of confusion in the power sector, for instance. Okay, on insecurity, he just keeps telling us, we are doing this. We are calling. He calls meeting of security chiefs. That's all we hear all the time. What the meetings have come to, what can we see? These are the issues.
So it's better INEC keeps preparing for the possibility.
And that's the next thing I was going to talk about. Okay. Why is INEC talking about a runoff? It's because they can feel the body language of the political system, of the polity. And by what they can see themselves, they can see that it's not too clear that we would have a candidate who can get the win at one go of the ballot, And what fuels that impression is all these things I've been talking about. They're not doing politics of issues. You have a candidate telling us he will continue with what a government who many are declared to be a failure by indices, things you can see, not subjective things, so objective things. Who goes to Lagos now from Oshobo, without holding his life in his hands? Tell me one. If you have go slow or hold up on the Kara Bridge, Long Bridge, going into Lagos now, at about 5 p.m., whether inward or outward of Lagos, you are beginning to pray, Lord, see me through this. Because right under the bridge are folks who, at the batting of an eyelid, are ready to hold people hostage for money. It's ongoing. And that's Lagos we're talking about, the economic powerhouse of Nigeria. Don't talk about the other places.
Okay. The issue of money in these campaigns, INEC is to monitor, to ensure that they spend within the constitutional provision or limit.
That's what the electoral law says.
Okay, so what is going on now? You want to say the umpire is doing that?
Well, from what I've heard, they are asking for their budget. What's your budget? What are you going to do this? Do this. But CBN is also performing some stuff. The renaming, the redesign of the naira. Some will say, those are not my words, but some will say that it is designed to curb the effect of money spray, during the elections. So they are calling in a lot of naira notes and then seeing how to get them out bit by bit to control its flow. But you must understand that this is the season for unconscionable bankers to make a kill, because the point is they will get the sacks of old naira notes, and then, recycle for the typical politician, and then you will now have.
That is where they will make their own money.
Yeah, you make the kill. And then you now have the typical citizen on the street crying, oh, can I have some new naira notes? Can I have some new naira notes? And the CBN is pumping the thing to the bank, but it is not getting to the common man on the street. Sacks of it are going into the inner sanctum of the homes of the typical politician. If anything at all, the federal government, the CBN, the Ministry of Finance must be thinking of a way to deal with that. Okay, because it's gonna happen. They are planning it. They need the money. Okay, now you have called in the money.
We must call it out.
They now want it out, and in sending it out, we must find a way to ensure it does not flood the space, and particularly in the hands of these politicians. Because you see, you've not seen money yet. When it gets closer. Okay. We saw money during the presidential primaries. Saw dollars. Saw dollars. Okay. But now when it's getting closer, you are going to see them, you are likely to see them spending money unashamedly and unabashedly. Just to ensure that they get the presidency.
Serious one there.
So money really is a big issue. It is now on the table of the CBN governor to see how he can, ensure that this money does not go around too much, to the extent that the politicians can do with it what they intend, okay, going forward towards the election. Because already the people are pauperized, people are screaming. Just before I came on set, told my secretary, no, sir, paper is run out in the office, so we must get new reams of paper. Okay, so I said to him, what do we need now? He said to me, 20,000 naira. I screamed, blue mother, what do you mean 20,000 naira?
Good is blue.
Yeah, I said, what do you mean 20,000? He said, sir, when we bought paper some time back, it was 4,500 a ream, He said, now, you climb to 7,000 naira, and today, if I must buy it, and we are running out of paper, so I had to dole out 20,000 naira just to buy 5 reams of paper. We used to have Iwokun paper mill in Ogun State. We have more than enough of wood, of trees in Nigeria to do paper. We import paper. So you see, those things are ongoing. They make the typical man on the street, person like me, crying, what's happening to this economy? Some are talking of the bag of rice now, 45,000 naira.
So much to talk
6,500 naira. So when you talk about that, now you have people who are hungry. People who need to run their offices. paper increasing, food increasing, and you have a
someone
politician
giving
who has so much of this money.
You must take.
Not mistake, people are more tempted,
Okay.
to say, let me get what I can now and wait for the next 4 years. Okay. But I hope we stop thinking that way one day.
Okay, let's come to Osun. From 1999 to date, we've had a number of government changing at 2003 between Akande and Oyinlola. 2010, even if by judicial pronouncement,
yes,
it changed hands between Oyinlola and Aregbesola.
Yes, we're talking about dispensation.
Yes, in 2018, it was between Aregbesola and Oyetola.
Yes.
Now we are getting closer to the 27th of this month.
Yes.
And after the election that was held, the announcement made, not minding the ongoing litigation as far as the elections are concerned.
That is time bound.
A governor will have to be sworn in. And
nature abhors vacuum.
And so, as a member, a citizen, one living in this state, taking a look at the movement, the trajectory to where we are, and the 27th of this month.
Yes.
What's your opinion, your take?
Well, a lot had happened. Government had not been left in a state of inertia. Government had been moving, because government is a continuum, We must understand that the ink in the pen of a substantive governor dries up at the expiration of his tenure. Until that tenure expires within the constitution, that is the law. He keeps running government the way he or she deems fit, carrying along the state executive council and the legislature as the law provides. Okay? But you also must understand that government, as they say, is a continuum. There are certain decisions of government that are not a one blow matter. When I say one blow, there are steps you must take to reach those decisions. It must run a full course of steps to reach those decisions so that it can be in the best interest of the citizenry and it can be enduring. Such decisions, when you see you are running to the end of your administration, it is a wise thing to do to refrain from taking such decisions, because the next government won't cease. It's a continuum. The next administration will come in and continue from there. I remember one story Chief Abolade of blessed memory once told me. He used to be a member of the House of Reps and one of the founding fathers of this state. He said the Federal House of Representatives, while he was there, went on a study tour of government in Canada. And then when they got to Canada, he noticed that the Canadian Prime Minister, each time he took them around, there was someone else who was standing very close to him everywhere they went. So he said he asked the Canadian Prime Minister, I'm sorry, this man does not look like your aide-de-camp. He's not putting on a military uniform. Who is this man? And the Canadian Prime Minister then told him that is the head of the shadow government. My political party might be out of government tomorrow. This man continues in government. So you should see everything we are doing so that it's easier for government to continue in the interest of the people. Democracy, government for the people, because they understand that government is a continuum. So that's why I say it's best for a government who knows its tenure is about expiring to go slow on taking certain decisions that are not one blow decisions, and letting the incoming government, knowing that government is run for the interest of the people, not for the interest of a political party, not for personal interest, okay? So that those decisions can be enduring. So from what I have read in papers, I've seen, it would appear that there are certain decisions being taken by the outgoing government that are not one blow decisions, in the nature of one blow decisions, that require the taking of certain steps to reach those decisions that are being taken as if they are one blow situations. And what you might have, I saw members of the PDP incoming government speaking on Western Spring Television online yesterday. They're already blowing hot and cold. The employment of teachers, we will set it aside. This, we will throw it upside down. While I also say that the present government should be slow, should be careful about decisions they take as they go out of government, so also the incoming government must exercise a lot of wisdom. Okay, you don't cut your nose to spite it. Political issues are not supposed to be personal issues. They're supposed to be issues in the interest of the people. So if you go into government and you send out thousands of freshly employed teachers who stables have already started receiving food, some of them are the breadwinners of their family, some of them are supporting their husband. I know one widow at least, who came to me, because I also pastor part-time in the Redeemed Christian Church of God, came to me on Sunday and said, Pastor, thank God for me. I just got a letter of employment to be a teacher in the public service. That's one widow we've been supporting in church. I pray for. We support as a church. I support personally with 2 children in the university. Now she gets an employment, in public service of Osun State. A government comes in, and probably because of vendetta they have with some other political party, they say,
or maybe it wasn't properly done the way you said. Maybe it wasn't.
I'm going to come to that.
Okay.
Then I say, no, we didn't employ you. Go home. You won't do things. That's why he said wisdom. Okay, they must now look at this issue because it's going to have a backlash. These same people voted in the incoming government. Okay, so if you come in now and you don't throw out the bath water with the baby.
Okay,
you have to sit aside and look at these issues. Okay. So I would abhor, in as much as I deprecate, is where the outgoing government are taking certain decisions that are not one blow decisions that require steps, and they are not taking those steps. I would also abhor a situation where the incoming government will now come and say, okay, yes, chase out all the teachers employed by the outgoing government in a hurry. Stop this, stop that. After you have finished doing all that, what next? You are going to create a storm, and you now need a fire extinguisher to quench that storm. When you are busy, you are supposed to be busy running government, you'll be quenching a fire. God help them if that fire will not be on for the next 3 years.
Okay, so much on the nation today. We have spoken about our nation, Nigeria. We have spoken about politics and where we are going as far as it is towards 2023 is concerned. We have also spoken about corruption because here we are. We live here.
November 27th. Fresh year,
fresh.
New government. Other people given another opportunity to run the government the way they think it should be run, which hopefully will be for the mutual benefit of all citizenry.
God bless you. You've listened to our guest, Femi Anyandokanska, a lawyer, commentator and analyst. He's been speaking with us for the past 55 minutes or thereabout. We appreciate you, sir.
Thank you very much. What you try to do for the benefit of the society.
God bless you, sir.
Giving back.
Yes. To the viewers, by the special grace of God, a repeat edition of this program will come your way on Saturday between 2 and 3 in the afternoon. We'll meet again next week, God willing, on this program with another personality and another topic, topical issue on the table for discourse. Akinola Olabi is my name. Thanks for being there. Bye-bye for now.
is a duty that we owe to our great dear motherland, to enhance her and to boost her in the eyes of all the world. Egalitarianism is our national watchword. Equality of good fortune must be to each sure reward. Liberty and brotherhood are the goals for which we'll strive, plus progress, plus plenty, and all the good things of life. Up, up, Nigeria, and take thy rightful place. It is thy birthright and thy destiny, Africa's leading light to be.